Question number 11. Which of the following represents a correct chemical formula? Name it. So they have given you 4 formulas. Which one is correct? You have to name that. Okay. Okay. CaCl. You know calcium, it is 2 plus, and chlorine, it is 1 minus. So it has got to be CaCl2 and not CaCl. So this is wrong. BiPO4. Bi is bismuth and phosphate is PO4. Bismuth phosphate. Both these ions are trivalent in nature. So you will get Bi3 plus and PO4 3 minus. So you will take LCM na, this will become 1 plus and 1 minus. So you will be getting it as BiPO4. So bismuth phosphate is perfect and it's correct. NaSO4, sodium it is plus 1, SO4 it is 2 minus, so Na2SO4 should come. So this is also wrong. NaS, sodium sulfide. Na is 1 plus, whereas sulfide is 2 minus. In that case, you should get it as Na2S. Okay. So all other things are wrong except for BiPO4. So which of the following represents a correct chemical formula? BiPO4. So you have to name it as well. So for identifying BiPO4, you get 1 marks, and for naming it as bismuth phosphate, you get 1 marks. So totally 2 marks for this question. See, question number 12, you have to write the molecular formula for these compounds. So what is that they have given you? Copper 2 bromide. Copper 2 is Cu2 plus and bromide Br1 minus. So what will be the formula, ma? When you cross it, it will be
CuBr2, ma'am.
Br2. Good. So answer for this one is CuBr2. Next one, aluminium 3 nitrate. Aluminium 3 is 3 plus and nitrate is what?
NO3.
NO3. Sure, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So NO3 oda valence enama? It is 1
2
minus.
no, ma'am.
1 minus. 1 minus or minus 1. So cross pannamodu,
Okay,
you will get it as Al. NO3, you have to keep it
after
in
bracket
brackets.
3, ma'am.
So it is Al NO3 thrice. So NO3 should be placed inside brackets. So Al NO3 thrice should be the answer. Next one, calcium 2 phosphate. Calcium, it is 2 plus. Phosphate is PO4. What is it? It is trivalent in nature, right? So this will be
Ca3PO4 bracket 2, ma'am.
Ca3. In bracket, you have to place PO4 twice. So Ca3PO4 twice will be the formula for calcium phosphate. Next one, iron 3 sulfide. Iron is Fe, 3 is 3 plus. What is sulfide? It is S. And what is its valency? It is 2 minus. 2 minus.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'm telling after cancellation, ma'am.
Okay. So it is 2 minus. If the cross panningina, you will get it as Fe2S3. So the formula for iron 3 sulfide is Fe2S3. Why is that they have given iron 3? Because iron can take 2 valencies, 2 plus and 3 plus. Which one we are taking it up here? It is 3 plus. Okay. Next one. Same way, mercury has got 2 valencies, 1 and 2. So here they have given you mercury 2 chloride. Means what? Mercury is what? Hg. And what is its valency? 2 plus. What is chloride? Cl. And it is 1 minus. So when you cross it, you will get it as HgCl2. So what is it? HgCl2 for this one. Next one, the last one is magnesium acetate. See, for this question, if you have not found out the answer, it is fine because in your text, they have not mentioned about acetate. For your 9th standard level, you do not have this word as acetate. Acetate is nothing but CH3COO minus. Okay. So magnesium acetate means with this magnesium Mg2 plus is going to react. Fine. So you will do a cross of this and you will get it as Mg CH3COO. How many will be there? 2 in number. Clear? So this is how you should have to write for magnesium acetate. If in case you have written Mg's valency is 2 plus, with that it's more than enough. Okay. CH3COO, its valency is what? -1. So cross pannamodu, you will get it as MgCH3COO twice. See the 13th question, you have to write the molecular formula of all the compounds that can be formed by combination of these ions. So how is that you can frame this? Let's see. Cu2 plus, when it combines with, see it is 2 plus, right? It is a positive ion. So it can combine only with a negative ion. So which are the two negative ions we have here? Cl minus and SO4 2 minus. So this is Cl 1 minus. So when you cross it, what is the compound you'll get? Cu Cl2.
CuCl2, ma'am.
Good. அடுத்தது Cu is 2 plus and the next negative one is SO4 and that one is 2 minus. So இங்க LCM எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா this becomes 1 plus and this becomes 1 minus. So you can just cross it. So you get it as CuSO4. Okay. Now let's go for the next one, Na1 plus. With that Cl1 minus, same way Na1 plus you are going to treat it with SO4 2 minus. So when you cross it, you will get NaCl for this one, and here it will be Na2SO4. So these are the two possible compounds using Na positive ion. Next one is Fe. It is 3 plus, and it goes with Cl1 minus and SO4 2 minus. So when you cross it, you will get it as what? FeCl3 or Fe. This 2 goes this side, na? Fe2. SO4 ku brackets la potu thrice podanum. Okay. So you have got totally 6 possible compounds. If you have written all the 6 possible compounds, okay, whether or not you have given their valencies and crossing part, that doesn't count. Just the formulas alone, if you have mentioned also, half a mark for each of these formulas, and you get 3 marks for this question. Okay. The previous question, same way, forming the compounds, it is like 6 subdivisions you have got. So you get totally half for each subdivision. So 3 marks in all. And the last question, whether or not you have got it right, you will get 3 marks completely. Okay, for this one. For the last one, this half mark, you can just like that give. Fine. For 11th question, I already said it is a 2 mark question. For writing B to be the answer and also writing its name to be bismuth phosphate, you get 2 marks, I said. Okay. So what is that you have to write for 14th one? You have to write the cations and anions present in these compounds. What is meant by cation and what is an anion? Cations are positively charged species. Cations na enama? Positively charged ones. The same way anions are negatively charged particles. So here CH3COO, just now I told you it is negative. Na is positive. So the cation part is Na plus and anion part is CH3COO minus. Okay. For B, it is Na will be the positive part and Cl is 1 minus, you know. So it is Na plus and Cl minus. And over here it is a molecule. Does a molecule have positive and negative parts?
Cation also no, anion also no, ma'am, for third one.
This one, it is not an ionic compound. It is not made of ions. Not made of ions. Okay, which one? H2 molecule. So what is that you can say? It is not made of ions, you can say, or the other way of putting it is made up of covalent bonds. You might have not come across this keyword, so you need not bother about that. You can just say that it is not made of ions. Okay. Now subdivision D, what is it? NH4 and NO3. Which is the positive part? You know, NH4 is
positive.
1 plus and NO3 is
Negative, ma'am.
1 minus. Good. So here we have found out the cations and anions part for all of these compounds. So each subdivision carries half a mark. So totally 2 marks for this question. Question number 15, give the formula of the compounds formed from these elements. First one, it is calcium and fluorine, CaF. You know, for calcium it is 2 plus and for fluorine it is 1 minus. So obviously cross panning, what will you get? CaF2. So this is the answer for A. Next one, hydrogen and sulfur. What is sulfur? Sulfur can form what? It can form sulfide ion. Okay, it can form sulfide ion. So hydrogen combines with sulfide ion, and you know that hydrogen and sulfide, when it takes positive valency, it is +1, and sulfide it is -2. So when you cross it, you will get it as H2S. So that is the answer for subdivision B. For subdivision C, nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen and hydrogen, how is that they can form? Nitrogen and hydrogen, they will form ammonia. Okay, what is it? Nitrogen and hydrogen, it will form which compound?
Ammonia.
Ammonia. So how is that you can say? Nitrogen?
Ma'am, if ammonia is NH3, what is NH4, ma'am?
It is ammonium. NH3 is complete. NH4 is not complete. NH3 has got a covalent bond in it. Okay. If you want it to be an ionic compound, in that case, you might have written NH4 plus 1 plus. That should be fine. But still, this is not a complete compound. Rather, in the question, they have asked you to frame the compounds. This is not a compound. This is rather an ion, right? This gets completed only when it is bonded with another negatively charged ion. Correct? But here, NH3 is a complete molecule. It's a complete compound, you can call. It's a covalent compound. This nitrogen shares 3 of its electrons with the 3 other hydrogen electrons. So sharing of electrons takes place. This concept you will be learning in your 10th standard, so you don't have to bother now. So this is nearly a bit out of your line, but still nitrogen and hydrogen, they have to combine to form ammonia as something basic. Okay, right. Subdivision D, carbon and chlorine. What will be the compound formed by carbon and chlorine? It is called CCl4, because carbon has got 4 electrons in its valence shell, and chlorine, it requires 4 electrons. So what they will do is they will share those 4 electrons to form this compound. This is also sharing, and it is a covalent compound. So this question is also a bit out of your league. So don't bother about that. Sodium and oxygen is the next part. What is it, ma? Sodium is Na.
2O,
Oxygen
no, ma'am.
2 minus. Either 1 plus 2 minus. So cross agamode Na2O will be your answer. So this is the answer for subdivision E. The next one is carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen, actually they form what type of compound? They form a covalent compound. Either it could be carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. It's okay. This one compound you might not be knowing, CCl4. So it's fine if you have not answered C and D. But for all other 4 things, I require answers here. Okay. And for each subdivision, it is half a mark. So 2 marks for this question. See, question number 16, it carries 2 marks if you have identified the incorrect one. Okay. And the correct ones. So, if there are incorrect ones, out of the 5, 4 are incorrect. That 4 correct identify panirnina, and adukana correct symbols kuduthirnina, you get half a mark for each, and that is totally in 2 marks. Okay. So, which one is wrong? Cobalt is wrong.
A, B, C, E,
This one.
ma'am. These 4 are incorrect, ma'am. A, B,
Yes.
C, E, ma'am.
A is incorrect. And what is the actual formula for that?
C, small O, ma'am.
C, small o. Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Always first alphabet should be in capital, second alphabet should be in smalls. The same problem with the C subdivision also. Aluminium, capital A, whereas small L you have to write. And carbon, this is the first alphabet, that itself is in small. So this is also wrong. It should be a capital C. And helium, this is perfectly correct. Capital H and small e. This is excellent. And sodium is wrong because
Na,
sodium is
ma'am.
not SO, rather it is natrium, whose first alphabet is Na. Okay, capital N and small a. So, இதனால These 4 things, if you have identified and written proper, then you get half for each subdivision. So 2 marks in all. See, 17th question, they have given you the chemical formula. Sorry, you have to give the chemical formula and also you have to compute the ratio by mass. The first one is ammonia. Ammonia is NH3. So nitrogen is to hydrogen. By mass, you can say nitrogen, it is only 1 in number. So 14 is 2. How many hydrogens are there? 3. And what is the mass of 1 hydrogen? 1 atomic mass units. So what is the ratio that you will get? 14 is to 3. So for writing the formula, it is half mark, and for finding the ratio, it is half mark. 1 mark for this A subdivision. For B, carbon monoxide, CO. C and O. The ratio for carbon, it is 12 and this is 16. So this is 4 3 times and 4 times, you can say. Therefore, the ratio is 3 is to 4. Yes, you have to write anything ratio or fractional should be written in its minimal form. Then subdivision C, it is hydrogen chloride. It is HCl. Hydrogen is to chlorine. So 1 is to 35.5. This is actually a decimal part, so you can actually multiply this by 2. You will get it as 2 is to 71, right? So this will be the whole number ratio. For D, it is aluminium fluoride. Aluminium fluoride. Do you know the mass of aluminium and fluorine? Have they given in your textbook for aluminium and fluorine? You have to make use of the tabulation present in your 4th unit. I already told you. Aluminium's atomic mass units is 27 and that of fluorine, it is 19.
It's not 57 now, ma'am.
Which one, ma? No. For fluorine, it has got 9. Aluminium, it is... How much is it for aluminium?
27.
No, I'm asking about the atomic number. Atomic number is 13. Whereas it has got, that is the number of protons. Number of neutrons was the 14. So totally 27 will be the atomic mass of aluminium. Same way for fluorine, it will have 9 and 10. Right? So when you add it up, you will get this as 19. And how many fluorine atoms are there in aluminium fluoride? It is AlF3. So 3 fluorines should be there. So into 3. So you'll get it as 27 is to 19. 3 times how much is it, ma?
57.
So 27 is to 57 will be your answer. Okay. Or even you can actually, rather than writing this step, you can cancel 3 1 times. Here it is 3 9 times. So the ratio will be 9 is to 19. That way also you could have written. Fine. Right. Next one. It is magnesium sulfide. Mg, sulfide is S. So Mg, what is the mass, ma? What is the formula first of all? Mgs. Magnesium, it is
24.
How much is it for magnesium? No, the
24, ma'am.
Formula is Mgs, correct? Formula is Mgs.
Yes,
here I forgot to write. The formula here is AlF3. This should be written because for the formula you get half mark and for your ratio half mark. So here it is Mgs. What is Mg is to S? Mg oda value 24. Good. So 24 and then for sulfur it is 32.
I'm 32, ma'am.
So when you take a common thing, which is common here both sides?
3 is to 4, ma'am. 8, ma'am.
Good. So the answer is 3 is to 4. So 8 3 times and 8 4 times. 3 is to 4 will be your answer. Okay. In all of these subdivisions, for writing the formula, it is half a mark. And for the final ratio, it is half mark. So totally 1 mark for each. 5 subdivisions are there. So 5 marks for this question.
Find molecular mass, no, ma'am.
Not the mass and all. They are just asking you for the number of atoms. Question number 18. They ask you for number of atoms in this particular chemical species. Which is the species? CO3 2 minus. 2 minus means what? It has actually acquired 2 electrons. So we are not bothered about the electrons. Rather, we are bothered about the atoms as such. So how many atoms are there? There is 1 carbon and oxygen atoms are 3 in number. So totally how many? It is 4. Getting it? So what is it, ma'am? 4 for this one. Same way here, 1 P and 4 O's. So totally 5. P2O5. How many? 7. 2 phosphorus and oxygen 5 atoms. So totally 7 atoms are there. Here, only 2 atoms. Getting it? So each question carries a half a mark for identifying these answers, and completely it's a 2-mark question. Fine? Right, ma'am.